Welcome back to Article Design Podcast. This is Margaret. I'm your host. If you remember, we've been away for like a year or 2 years. I'm not sure, but I think we had a our entry last December for year end because we celebrated the year end virtual party with, of course, most of the original members of the AND. So yeah, why am I here? What's going on with Article Design? Just a quick chat with you guys and what to expect next. And I would like to probably ask you what you want to listen, what you want to consume in this podcast. All right. So, what happened? Of course, we had a hiatus. I've recorded a couple of podcasts now with, of course, some other guests, which um, I'm sorry if hindi siya na-publish because some of those things that we talk about, it's not evergreen. What I'm trying to say is hindi na siya appropriate or hindi siya mag-work in today's era. All right. So what I'm trying to say, for example, there's this AI. So some of which that we've talked about, we've discussed, especially strategies, or wala na. Giging obsolete na siya because of AI. So that's why some of the recordings that we've recorded, even though kahit sinabi ko before na, okay, we've got a couple of videos that are coming out. Pero hindi siya lalabas kasi I deemed it hindi na siya. Wala na, hindi na. I mean, no, sorry, it's obsolete na. Okay. So, but there are some that are still useful for you guys. But then we have to splice it up. We have to do some heavy editing. Okay, so that's it. That's what happened to the supposed to be videos or episodes that we're going to release, pero hindi na siya na-release. Yeah, say hi to Hugo. This is Hugo at the back. Anyway, so going back, so again, we had a brief hiatus as well because I focus on my health. So I discovered recently, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that I had a spine injury, which is pretty bad. So natakot lang ako one day, nagising ako na sobrang sakit ng likod ko and parang hirap na hirap ako maglakad, magtayo. After ko nag-hike sa isang mountain, so I discovered after scans and the checkup with my GP that I had a spinal injury, unfortunately. So I had to focus on that. And mahirap siya. It limited me a lot sa work ko. And hindi ako makaupo na matagal. And nahihirapan akong mag-workout. Thus, I gained a lot of weight. So it's very painful. And it was a very it's a learning experience for me then, how to really focus on my health and what's important. So there's a lot of lessons to share with you eventually, because aside from health, there's a lot of business insights din natutunan ko while I'm focusing on that part of my life. So the priority was my health. So that's why nawala talaga ako. I had a spine injury and I had to address it. Okay, sure. What happened, Margaret? Is the spine injury gone? So no, it's gonna stay. It's already chronic, but it's manageable, which is yun yung ginawa ko. So I try to focus on managing it. So shout out to I did most of my rehabilitation actually sa Philippines. All in all, I think I stayed for like almost 3 months. All in all, per putol yun ha. Ganun. In the Philippines to do my rehab. So shout out to Sphere Point in Davao or PRX Physio in Davao. My physio is Spring Rodriguez. So thank you so much for taking care of me. And so I have improved a lot greatly. So minimize name pain. It's still there because it's a continuous process. So that's what happened to me. I prioritize my health and of course my family. And okay, so what's next with article design? So we're gonna be evolving just like any other discipline. It's either we adapt or we die. That's what I usually say. I mean, share with you guys, no? Because if we don't adapt, we're gonna die. So we're gonna be evolving. But then I need your opinion. I need your suggestions. What do you want to discuss? But But just a high level overview lang what's coming in. Part of the discussions that we're going to make is, of course, we're gonna talk about AI and how we're going to incorporate it. And we're not just gonna talk about freelancing and getting clients and what. We're gonna talk about, if you guys are a member of A&D Pro before, we're going to talk about yung leveraging our skills to have our own business that is adaptable to the lifestyle that we want. So it's not really anymore like a gig. So it's more on building the lifestyle that we want. So we're going to discuss about, excuse me, about trending topics, especially. And so if you guys can throw me an issue, current events, we can discuss about it. All right. So those are the high level discussions that we're going to make towards if you when once we start rolling new episodes of Article Design. But yeah, here's where you're going to help me, guys. I need your suggestions, what you want to listen, what you want to consume. And I'm gusto nyo na i-discuss natin dito sa Article Design podcast. And what are you expecting? I don't want this to be a very parish and tedious kind of podcast. So apart from it, that's why I haven't focused on it, because matrabaho siya. Okay, the production, the checking, and etc., yung editing. Of course, I don't do that by myself, but still, I have to check it. I have to spend time. So what we're going to do with the podcast is it's more on a very raw. It's like yapping. It's like talking. So from time to time, I'm gonna bring out someone to throw ideas with me, and probably if you guys want to jump into the conversation, we can like pick some of you listeners out there to join us, like have a panel. So yeah, so it's more of like a raw like discussion, like parang nag-uusap lang tayo ng magkakaibigan. So hindi na siya masyadong heavily produced. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, long story short, I need your suggestions. I need your help. What do you want me to discuss further starting on the Sang podcast? And any ideas that you want to shoot. Like, hey Margaret, I suggest, hey Margaret, I recommend, hey Margaret, what do we want to talk about? Hey Margaret, what do we want, etc. etc. Okay? So it's just this is I don't want this podcast to be parang matrabaho siya sa atin, even napapakinggan mo. So it's just going to be something that you listen to probably while you're working out, you listen to while driving, you listen to while walking, etc., or even you're cooking. So ganun siya ka simple, ganun siya ka easily digestible, ganun siya ka chill lang. So it's more of like a compliment sa everyday na ginagawa mo. I don't want this to be an obstruction or a distraction, whatever you call it. This will be a compliment on top of whatever we're doing. Okay. So, I think that's all for me for now. It's just a quick date, and yeah, whatever you wanted to ask or shoot me, I think if you can, I don't know if it's gonna go out to YouTube or Spotify. If there's like a description or comment box, shoot me whatever you want, and I'll do my best to answer. Okay. So thank you so much, Miss Margaret, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.